Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles.
Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take this, what they call number 4 copper that I got from the local electrical store, and we're going to have to get us about 70-80 millimeters length out of it, and we're going to smush it down to about a 1 millimeter thickness, because yesterday I did break my jeweler's saw trying to cut that 1.5 inch copper yesterday. So we're just going to run this in and out of the mill till we get it down to about a 1 mil thickness and see what we come up with. All right, this is going to be fairly interesting. Here we go. So we're just going to practice mating 2 ends today and getting them soldered up without creases. That is my main objective today, is getting better at soldering the jewelry without creases. Yesterday I only had maybe I'd call it a D- success on one particular piece in the shape of a pear. The other 2 solder joints were just pathetic. They were just absolutely pathetic. So after doing some research, I kind of figured the problem was actually probably not being pickled, being dirty. The solder melting away due to excessive heating. And I did go ahead and order some flux, although I do have, my flux is, although my solder is non-flux solder, I did go ahead and get some flux so that that's not the issue. So today we don't have the pickle yet, we don't have the flux yet. So today we're going to lower our heat and make our joints smooth and see if that doesn't help. All right, guys, so today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. And we are going to attempt soldering a joint without showing the joint, without any indications that it has been soldered. Yesterday was just not a good. It just wasn't good. So today I'm going to work on my joining pieces, make them tight, make them unified where they meet up very nice. See if we can't do better today. I'm a lot more enthusiastic, that's for sure, today. Yesterday, I just wasn't as enthusiastic about being on the bench as I am today, that's for sure. So let's hope that today goes a lot better than yesterday. I'm going to attempt to file this on an angle so that when they meet up, it's a nice, secure, tight joint. I want both of them to be identical. So some of my problem yesterday was being that I don't have any pickle or flux, and my ends could have been dirty, and that solder just not take like the way it was supposed to take. Could have been some of the issue yesterday. So I do got some flux on the way, and I do have some pickle on the way. And we're going to try to correct this problem that I seem to be having. Soldering should be so simple, and I struggled so much yesterday, which should not be happening, in my opinion. Let's see here. We got 79.1. What I say, 79 and a half. So this may come up just a little bit short. 79.1 millimeters. It was supposed to be 79 and a half, so we may come up just a hair short, but this will still give us a pretty accurate reading. Let's bend this around this 14 and see how close we are. Here we go. All in all, within a couple of millimeters, 2.5 millimeters, so it's not bad. I must have done something wrong, so let's close this gap and see if we can't solder it up. What do y'all think? Not too bad. I'm gonna clean that up. We'll take a peek at it a little closer and see what it looks like clean. This is where the pickle's gonna come in real nice to get all that tarnish and blackness off. So I'll be having some pickles soon, and let's get a closer look at this solder joint and see what it looks like. Hang tight, be right back with you. That's nice. When you get some proper technique, it sure helps a lot. And when we get the right materials in, it's going to help even more. So just got to put it all together. Just work with what you got until you get what you need. And here we go. On our way to goldsmithing. From Coppersmith to goldsmith, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? Coppersmith to goldsmith. Here we go. Hang tight. Let me clean it up. Be right back with you. We'll take a close look at it. Boy, I'm going to get in trouble all that beating in here. I got to go outside. I'll be right back with you. Y'all hang tight. Let me get out in the garage and we'll beat and get a little rowdy out there. Hang tight. So I am in the process of getting some workbenches in, or going to pick some up, getting some workbenches picked up and kind of get set up. This is just a beginning process for me, and it's just going to take some time to get everything ordered and kind of get rolling. But I'm just working with the materials and the tools I have temporarily. And I figure if a guy can do it with the minimal tools, when you get all the proper tools, you should be able to be a dang good at what you do. But we're getting there a little at a time. It just takes time. I've been at this now almost 3 weeks, just kind of guessing, roughly 3 weeks. I've been in the process of ordering stuff for the last 5.5, 6 weeks, but we're definitely getting closer to where we have the proper tools to do wax and getting the proper tools to do this metal, which there's a whole lot left still to grab, because we are definitely going to be getting into casting jewelry. Like I said, this is going to be a one-stop shop in the future. You can bet on that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that round with this particular mandrel. It's too big to go around that 13. The 13 is just too big to... get that. So we're going to have an oblong ring, but nonetheless, it is a seamless ring. All right, let's get back in the house and maybe put something on this thing. Hang tight, I'll be right back with you. So I won't be able to make this round perfectly round because there's extra material that fits around the size 13 of the particular mandrel I have, and it's not a continuous enlarging radius to be able to beat it up and shape the ring. And the size 14 is just too big around for this to actually fit on it and whip it into shape. So it's going to be a little, not round, but that's not my main focus today anyway. Today was my main focus is filling the gap, seamless gaps, and keeping my hands clean. So I picked me up a few boxes of gloves to keep my hands clean, because I just cannot stand dirty hands. I never have. And working this metal barehanded yesterday just turned my hands black, and I just can't handle that. Even when I was a plumber, this is how I worked every day in gloves, just because I could not handle the filth on my hands. Although I don't mind getting my hands dirty, I like to keep them clean when I work, so I can eat a sandwich if I want to. So while I'm working, I can eat a sandwich. I can just pull a glove and eat. Don't even have to worry about washing my hands. But nonetheless, I got me a few boxes of gloves so we can keep clean hands, and I like to keep my work areas clean, my hands clean, my house clean. I like to be organized and clean. Alrighty, we got this little makeshift bezel there made. See if you can see I made it nice and tight so that it may come out seamless. That is the objective here. So let us get this thing soldered up and see what happens. Here we go. The copper's beginning to change colors. Here we go. Let's see what happens. That heat comes off that soldering block, let me tell you. Let's sand that down or file that down and try maybe one more time. It was a little raised. I guess that wasn't. Alright guys, we got it cleaned up again. You can see the little seam right there. We're going to attempt to fill this. Got it all nice and clean. Butted up nicely. So let's see if we can make a seamless joint. Here we go, attempt number 2. Hang tight. I got that heat turned way down. It may not need to be, I just need to learn to move the heat away as it. Okay, here we go. It should be about ready. There it goes, flowing. This definitely didn't take again. So we're going to move on to the next process. We're going to attempt to mount that to the ring itself and see if we can't do better. Hang tight, let me get this quenched, cooled off, cleaned up, get it attached, and be right back with you. Alright guys, this is what we're going to attempt to solder up. Just a makeshift little bezel on a makeshift little ring, and like I said, the main goal is just practicing soldering and see if we can't become better at this little craft. So here we go, hang tight, let's see what we can do. I mean, it's no masterpiece or anything, but that is definitely not the goal of this today. Main thing is we are soldered up. Getting some of that good XP points, some of that good practice. Tell you what I want to actually do. I want to practice soldering up some more. We're gonna get on these sides over here, and all we did was, ooh, that side actually got soldered up. Look at that, it actually flowed over there. That's nice, I like that. For some reason that side don't look like it flowed. Oh, it did, it actually did. It flowed all the way around. I don't know if you can see that, but we got flow all the way around with this flux-free solder. Cleaned it up real nice. I think that's a lot of my problem, is the not cleaning it up and getting contaminated. Not quite sure. Once the flux and the pickle gets here, there's gonna be no excuses, I know that. Not that I'm making excuses today. Working with the equipment and tools I have to the best of my ability. Becoming a better version of myself, better version of my craftsmanship day after day. That's all my goal is at this point. Been my goal for many years, becoming a better version of myself day after day. Looks like the damn whodunit to me. I ain't telling neither whodunit. Look at it. That's another thing I need to work on, is my bezel craftsmanship. I just kind of tweaked that around there so it made up real nice, and still didn't work out real well. Need to definitely get better at crafting bezels and not get in a rush. But that is what it is for today. I'm more than happy with the outcome of it. What did we get? 3 out of 4 solder joints, or was it 2 out of 4? I don't recall. Either way, we was 1 for 1 on the ring. I remember that. And then I think I attempted the bezel twice and bricked it both times. Either way, we got some practice in today. I'm more than satisfied, more than happy at the moment. I'm gonna get off here and attempt to make something else. Hang tight, be right back with you. All right, guys, since we need to practice, we're gonna practice on making a nice clean bezel here. So we're gonna start with a straight cut and try to get this on the first solder joint. So here we go, y'all hang tight. Let's build this bezel. We're gonna make it rectangle. That's the idea, is rectangle and uniform. All right, look there, we got us a nice uniform squares kind of started. Let's tighten it up a little bit. Here we go, let's get us another bend. My hands are trained to work on bigger material. Working on this little delicate stuff is really a huge change for me. But we are gonna figure it out, that's for sure. I am definitely enjoying the process, that's for sure. I'm enjoying every moment of it. Now, yesterday wasn't that enjoyable on the bench. It's a pretty tough day on the bench yesterday, but I'm really enjoying the majority of the learning process. This is how my work was whenever I was a plumber. I enjoyed my job. Now, there were times that it was definitely difficult, wasn't as enjoyable, and was work, but I did enjoy it, and I'm definitely enjoying this process. All right, let's see if we can't solder that little unit up seamlessly. And I actually think I'm 3 for 5 at the moment. I think is the count. I'm gonna let y'all keep up with that. You can let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong. But I'm gonna say we're 3 for 5. Maybe it's 2 for 5. Either way, let's see if we can make it 3 for 6 right here. Here we go. Nope, didn't fill the gap. Dang. I'm 2 for 6 on solder joints today, boys. So disappointing. But still a good day. What am I doing wrong? Well, I can already tell you the gap is too big to fill. Tomorrow we're gonna practice some wax just to change up break up the monotony around here, because 2 days in a row, I'm just not feeling very confident in it. And being I don't have the right material, I don't want to beat myself up too bad. Once the pickle arrives, once the flux arrives, I need to I would think that gap would fill. It's just such a tiny little gap. But nonetheless, I think we're 2 for 6 on solder joints today. Solder number 1 was a success. Solder number 3 was a success. Solder number 4 was success. Solder number 1 was a success, and soldering number 4, the bezel to the ring itself, was a success. The other 4 were definitely failures, so it is what it is for today. Tomorrow I'll probably do some wax because I'm definitely more crafted at the wax. I've been practicing it for 2.5 weeks, and I'm getting a lot better at the wax side of it. So tomorrow we'll practice wax, and Thursday probably get back to some medaling. So all right, guys, for today, that's what I got. That's what we did. That's what we accomplished. And like always, I'm sending out a huge energy ball full of imagination, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness. Coming at you. Catch it if you can. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all tomorrow.